Hello, you found Trish Withy with Trish Withy Stamps. Today is Monday and it's Mail-a-Card Monday, and I'm a little later than usual. I like to show up in the afternoon, but I've had some things going on and I'm better late than never. So today we're going to make a little Christmas card, and I'll intersperse Christmas with Thanksgiving for the next few weeks because we have some time, and I've made quite a few Christmas cards with my friends in the last few weeks, and so I'm getting close to having enough for this season. And I want to share with you a card we made with a peaceful deer, but it's a fun fold today, so I'm going to point you down and we'll get busy. Let's see if I can do it. Here we go. I know. Hope you can't see my messy desk behind me because why is this? Oh, it's the wrong one. Okay, it's okay. I just got to switch my hands. You can't tell that I'm raising my hand up to hold the light before I turn it down. Here we go. Sometimes I feel like I put it down so far I can't see anything. Okay, let me make sure it's all tight so nothing flips over. Is it going to be good? Aha! Here it is. Merry Christmas. It's a little deer. It has Rudolph and Clarice. You know that show, the Rudolph story. Here, let me clean it up a little. And so I'm going to show you how fun it is. Look at this. It's got some peaceful deer paper on from the celebration. And then look. Oh, it's so cute. And it says, Merry Christmas. It says, wishing you a wonderful year and friendships dear. And we're going to make the same card. We're going to switch up the paper. So the first thing I want to tell you is you're going to start out with an 8.5 by 5.5. And I scored it at 4 1/4. And so we're going to try to fold it so it is even. And I will get my favorite bone folder. Here we go. And I will get it all set. There it is. Get all the crumbs off it. And we're going to attach the paper. And this card had this. I'm not going to put that. I'm going to actually do this so the deer stand out just a little more. And I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Got a refill. Come on. There we go. You gotta push, and it's kind of like that. What's that old stuff? Fast fuse. You have to give it a little flick. And this stuff is so sticky. And so I'm just trying to make it even here. I think that looks pretty good. There it is, and I'm rubbing it to make sure it's stuck everywhere. This stuff is really sticky. I don't use it a lot. But then when you open it, you see this was on the inside. And instead, I'm gonna put the pretty deer because there's not going to be so many. So I'm going to do this, and then I will teach you how to make the fun fold. This is the easy part, you know. Let me see. Okay, so we want it to go this way because it's going to open up, and we're going to see it. And I have to remember not to put it upside down because I'm really bad about putting things upside down and then messing everybody else up with my upside downness. Oops, see, I was starting it again, but not today. I'm staying wide awake, thinking while I'm working. I sometimes work on autopilot. So there's the base of the card. I have the little Merry Christmas strip, and it's just a leftover strip. You always get those. And I save some because you never know when you want to. So I'm going to use my red, and it's the only time I'm going to use red on the front. And so I'm just going to go ahead and stamp that right now. And I'm going to say Merry Christmas. And hopefully it's nice and perfectly straight the way I love it. I'm close up red. We'll use it on the inside on our fun fold. And I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut some because I don't want it to be too long. And I know it's too long. And now I'm going to use my Banners Pick-a-Punch. All this stuff is in the seasonal, yearly, annual catalog, except for that deer. It's in the deer is in there. That looks so cute. I want to show you a little trick when we attach it. But before we attach it, we need to make our deer. And so I've got my Early Espresso ink. And I have soft suede cardstock. And it's just a scrap. And they're stuck together because see how sticky these little deer are? They're stuck together, but I got them apart. Okay, let's make sure there's no hair on it because there was hair on. Okay, I'm going to stamp 2 deer, one on each end. See it? It's so cute. And then I'm going to stamp the other one. One will be Rudolph. And one will be, Clarice. So one will have antlers and one will not. Because only Rudolph needs antlers. Clarice does not. Girls don't get antlers. And let me tell you, yesterday I was working out in my yard. And I was digging up stuff and, you know, getting everything winterized in my garden. And I was busy digging, talking to myself because I do that. And next thing I know, I look up and there is a deer eyeballing me. You ready? The deer was, oh, that's right, eyeball to eyeball, 8-point buck, standing in my backyard about 5 feet from me, maybe not even 5 feet, right next to my sidewalk, just looking at me. I went, oh my God. And I said, hello, buddy. How are you? I'm so happy to see you. I was so freaking out. So this little deer, well, this big boy, needless to say, I moved really quietly and really carefully over to the patio and then to the garage door. And I said, whoa, Tim, because he was in the garage, my husband, I said, Tim, hurry, come out here right now. I said, get out here. You got to see this. And he came out and he's got his camera out right away to take a picture. He's like, oh my God, it's a beautiful. I said, I know, just take a picture of him. He walked over to my rose bushes in the corner of my yard, this big buck that was like looking at me. Tim has pictures. I didn't bother to take pictures. This big boy is looking at me and he's of course looking at Tim. Next thing you know, oh, I'm tying the bow and this time I'm using red just for fun. But this big buck is looking at me, standing sideways now, and he's right by the, you know what it's called, the rose bushes. He's there looking at me now. He's taking bites of my coral and my pink. He never took one bite of my red rose buds because they're still blooming because Kentucky is still pretty warm, 60 in the day, 65, you know, close to 70 a lot of days. The other day we had an 80, well, 78. That's just about 80-degree day. But needless to say, he ate up all my roses, every one. And then what did he do? He jumped over the fence. And he was gone. And I was like, wow. Okay, I live in a little neighborhood on a dead-end street, but I never expected a deer, a big buck, to be in my backyard. Because there's a creek, but it's across the street. I can't seem to do this today. So I'll do this in a minute when I have more patience. So, wow, I just couldn't believe it. And so we're going to put our 2 deer. And we're going to put Merry Christmas. But there's going to be a little trick to Merry Christmas. We're going to make it be a flaggy one. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to bend it. And we're going to bend it with our bone folder. Okay. I'm going to use a glue dot. Hope I can find some because they seem to be a thing I can't ever find lately. And got a lot of glue dimensionals. Come on, glue dots. Oh, they're in a roll. That's right. See, I'm used to using them not in a roll. Let me see where they might be. Because I just used them. And they're on a roll. Well, they're on the floor. That's why I cannot find them, because I don't ever look on the floor. Oh, no, it's an empty box of... That means it has to be in here. Here it is. I got it. I got the roll. Okay. I'm not good at keeping up with these glue dots, but I'm going to use glue dots, and I'm going to put the glue dot on that back of the deer head, maybe. There it is. And then I'm going to put the... Maybe I'll want 2 glue dots just to be safe. I'm going to put them right next to each other. Yep, I like it. I just don't want them to fall off later. And, you know, we have lucky things like that happen to myself all the time. But that deer was so funny. And my husband was so excited to see him because he was really a big buck. Like for me, I'm stand about 5'3", and he was right there. So this is our Rudolph, obviously. And you know, he can't be Rudolph without his red nose. And I've got the holiday rhinestones. I believe they were from last year. And I don't know, sadly, I didn't check before I'm making this video if they're still available. And if they're not available, we still have the basic red rhinestones. I used all mine up, and the new ones have not come yet. So I have to still keep using these. But that's okay. I can keep using these. And you can use what you have on hand, too. We're going to, oh, look at that. They're so cute. I got my dimensionals right here. And I'm going to put my, you know his name, Rudolph. I'm going to use little or mini and regular size. Of course, I got to get the backing off. And it's almost like they're flying in the air, even though they're just decorating the front. Sorry about that, arm in your way. I'm going to put Rudolph up here. And then I'm going to put Clarice. She gets no, you know what, antlers, because she's a girl. In a minute, I am going to put that bow on her. I'll just put it on with a glue dot since I found them. Good thing. So we'll put Rudolph there. And we'll put Clarice a little farther. But then here's the trick about the Merry Christmas. And I know people have shared it. I don't know if I've ever shared it. I'm going to put some glue there. And I'm going to put some glue here. Maybe I am. Come on. I know you're ready. So in the middle and about maybe halfway. But in the middle, I'm going to put a glue dot. Oh, well, it's not really in the middle, but I'm going to try it again. Oh, I ripped it. I don't think that'll matter. So I'm going to take it off, and that one keeps coming up. So I'll have to get some more adhesive. See me taking the glue dot? So now I'm going to try to center this. And I'm going to put this, and then it's going to, maybe I need two, but see, it's kind of up. And then the end, here, let me get my bone folder back over here. It's going to be curlied. You know, he should have had two. Let's do that. Let's put two of these in the middle. I don't think that's up high enough. So I'm putting two. Now I've stacked them. I stacked them in the middle because, yeah, that's better. See how that goes? See? I love that. Now it's going to stick. Nope, not so good. Because I want that to stay stuck. So there it goes. There's our front. Okay, now we're going to move these out of our way. Maybe you can still see them. We don't need our dimensionals anymore. We don't need our pretty things anymore. We are going to need this. But now we have to make our pop-up. Okay, you're going to need two 2.5-inch squares of DSP. You're going to need a 5.5 by 5.5 square. And that is going to be the middle, the pop-up. This is not a pop and twist. It's just a pop-up. So what we're going to do, if you can see the original, is that it is scored in half. So we're going to score it at 2. Let me see, it's 5.5, so it's 2 3/4. This is my scoring blade. 2 3/4. And then we're going to turn it 90 degrees and score it 2 3/4 again. And then on the next, and it doesn't matter which side, we're going to take it and we're going to go corner to corner. And we're going to score it right there. Okay. And now you can see it. And there's going to be no cutting. And the first thing we're going to do is move our cutter. And you can see it. So I'm going to score it and fold it on all of them. And even this one. Of course, I want to make sure that it's even Steven. So I'm gonna really good and burnish it with my bone folder. And then I'm gonna go back and do these also, because I want to make sure they're good and Okay, now I got them. So here's how it's going to be. See, these two are going to fold in, and this is going to fold. So see, it's really going to be a diamond or a square turned crossways. So there it is. How simple is that? So see these two? We have to cut these on the diagonal, but here's the trick, because I want the deer to be standing up. And if oh shoot, these are wrong. It's supposed to be 2.5 by 2.5. So let me get my scrap from the Peaceful Deer paper. Here we go. I'm going to cut I'll go like this. 2.5. Whoops. By 2.5. Because I messed up and cut 2, which is too little. 2.5. Because we want to have that little, we'll get rid of the scrap. I do that a lot. I throw the scrap, everything in there. Now, this is what I was going to talk about. We want this one to be this way, and we want this one to be this way. And so, when you do that, okay, do you want it to go in? I think so. So, we're going to score this one this way. And we're just going to go corner to corner, just like we did the paper. And you just have to line it up. We're going to cut, well, I can cut it. I don't have to. I was going to cut it. And then this one we want this way. Yeah. So it's the opposite way. And I could have just said that, but I wanted to show you what I was talking about. You lined it up, you cut it. Okay, and now I'm going to take these out. Move the cutter because we're really finished. And I'm going to glue these on. And they're simple to glue, you know. So I'm going to glue him. Well, you know what I was thinking? Maybe we don't want the deer on the inside this time. I know the deer were on the inside last time. I think I'm going to make them match the front. So I went through all that worry-warting business for nothing. You know, this thing is, it's almost like it gets stuck and it doesn't want to work. And then it works and I think it's just the lack of Trish being confident. Whoops, I hit the light. Okay, this one looks good. Matches the front. I like that. We're going to put the glue right where I said you had to watch out for the beautiful deer. So I told you a little extra tip in case you need it for your DSP. And I turn my DSP around the other way. I know I want it to be centered. It just looks so cute. And then we're going to stamp on the inside and attach it, and the card will be finished, except for our envelope. I didn't even show you the envelope, but you'll get to see it when I make one for this one. So, and you see this? How exciting is that? Get off. Okay, so there's the beginning of it. Now, I love the deer that says, "Oh, what fun." Why? It's just fun. I just like them. Rudolph just happens to be probably my most favorite Christmas show. It's not my most famous Christmas carol, but it is my most famous Christmas show. It's my favorite holiday cartoon. And I know I'm old, but I don't care. So there's that pretty deer, and he's stamped in my early espresso. But I'm going to stamp the words in red, the wishing you a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to leave some room in case you want, or the person giving the card wants to sign their name, blah, 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 you know. Oh, it's just a little bit messed up. It's got you can see I could fix it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it. Okay, now I'm going to get my tear and tape because I want this to be really attached. So here's my inside, and I'm going to fold it up. I can't tell if that's dry. Let's see. Now that it's smeared, I'm sure it's dry. Let me get my, where did I see it? I have a special rag. Here, let's just go like this. I just don't want it to smear, okay, any more than it's already smeared. Because you know I'm good like that. Okay, so the interesting thing is we're going to put tear and tape on the outsides that are white. So I'm going to go And I just need some because I want it to stay attached. I don't want it to fall apart. You know, nobody wants their cards to fall apart. And I don't want it to fall apart on the person receiving the card either, because that would be so embarrassing. You all know that. And so I'm doing this, and I got my favorite tear and tape. My friend Lois used to keep us in tear and tape and spades. She gave it to us almost every year for Christmas, a bunch of them. And so I got lots of it. And so that makes me happy. I think about her every time I use it. Now, I only took off one side. Oh, I poked a friggin' hole. I'm an idiot. Okay, but you can't see it, so I'm lucky. So here's our card. So I'm going to fold this back up. And I'm going to, if you see it, I stuck that corner right into, I want you to put this up, and I want you to put this in the middle. And you can eyeball it. You're pretty good. I think all stampers are artistically fabulous. Oh, it's a little too close, but it's too late now. See how that is? It's almost like it's... Okay, so now I'm going to take this off, and I'm not going to put a hole in my card. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll show you if you can see that hole. Gotta know I'm not a perfect stamper. No, I'm not a perfect... put it together, lady. Okay, now I'm gonna fold it up, and I am going to close it. And for some reason, this is my problem, and it's gonna have to probably stay a problem, but here it is. So here's our favorite card, and maybe I didn't do this, and that's why it's doing it. I didn't crisp out this. So here's this, and here's our card. Open it up. Ta-da! It's just the opposite. Whoops! Here's the original. And here's the original, here's the new one, and there we go. Just a little different. Love it. Love, love, love it. Now let's look at the you-know-what. The envelope, because every card needs an envelope. And I will share with you. I'm going to use my early espresso and my favorite tear. Oh, what fun. And I'm going to put him dancing right here. Right in the corner. I don't know. Oh, and I've got my red string. It's actually red twine, and it came out of a paper pumpkin, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to make a faux bow, which means I'm going to tie the bow, because I can, out of the red, and then I'm going to make it just the right size. Oh, that's way easier. Yeah. Okay, got my faux bow. It's a little too large, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm going to get my scissors. And there's that. There's my envelope. And here's Clarice's pretty red bow. And I don't know why I didn't use red before. I used white. I must not have thought about it, but red looks cute because why? Oh, that's right, matching her cutie Rudolph, because we all know Clarice's favorite, like my favorite, is Rudolph. Yeah, I know that Rudolph sounds like a German name, not that I know that, or Russian, and I wonder if Clarice is too. Whoops. So there is. Now let's use our poker tool and fix up the bow. So you can see it's so cute. There we go. So there's our card for today. And I know it's Mail a Card Monday, and I'm not going to mail this yet. I'm going to wait till the week of Thanksgiving. I'm going to mail it on Tuesday. But I want to thank you for joining me on this later this evening. And I want to say I'll be back tomorrow for Two for Tuesday with another exciting stamp event with you in mind, and I will update you on my calendar tomorrow. So have a good evening. Thanks for joining me, and happy stamping, and I will be looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. November 2nd. Have a great one. Bye-bye.